We have all gathered here today to celebrate a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Kindly sit back and relax as the Addams class of 2025 graduates 8th grade. But before we leave this awe-inspiring school, let's reflect upon the tons of memories we have made. We all started at the track's bright white starting line, nervously waiting for the loud blast to begin our journey racing through the hurdles. On your marks, get set, go. Many eager 12-year-olds scurried through Addams, opening our lockers and clearing our first hurdle. We keep a steady pace and make it to our classes on time, clearing yet another hurdle. However, as some of us approach our third hurdle, we come to a halting stop. Walking into a classroom and knowing no one can be very difficult. One can either keep going or walk off the track. In this instance, everyone here today didn't bow down to defeat. We all persevered and continued to take the challenges of junior high head on. These experiences will serve us well as we approach our next hurdle, high school.
We as Crusaders and also teenagers inevitably faced adversity. We couldn't seem to clear the next hurdle without being obstructed by our opponent. No matter what happened during the meet, the sidelines always seemed to have our very own cheerleaders, the staff here at Addams. They boosted our confidence in times of defeat and hardship. They would continually remind us of the skills we possessed and created a supportive environment in the classrooms. I would argue most of us here have found our own teacher cheerleader amongst this group of amazing staff members. While our favorite teachers weren't necessarily holding pom-poms next to us, they were there for us, even when we fell down or dropped the baton. They turned Jane Addams into the place we know it as today, and their incredible assistance gave us all a sense of encouragement. The staff members at our school allowed us to be our most true and authentic selves without judgment, and were there for us through the highs and lows of every event. May our gown today be a symbol of the jersey we wore on the field at Addams.
During our time at Addams, we introduced ourselves to new sports, new clubs, new people, and a whole new environment. We found ourselves running on the track or cheering from the sidelines. However, one opportunity that truly stood out was having the privilege to work with our REACH program, some of our fellow graduates who need a helping hand. For those of you who have had the opportunity to be peer partners, Club Unified members, or just a best buddy in the hallway, we all know that the opportunity is something special. We have learned that sometimes communicating isn't always about words, but it's also about the small gestures and high fives that spread kindness in the best way possible. We have shared laughs, played sports, and celebrated small successes with our new friends, helping us realize that inclusion isn't about helping someone fit in. It's about making sure they always belong, no matter their ability. As we move forward into high school, I hope we continue to look out for one another, stand up for everyone, and include all. Not just because it's the right thing to do, but because it'll make you a better student, a better friend, and most importantly, a better human being.
Flourishing isn't just a term used for gardening plants. It also correlates to humans and how they can evolve into the greatest versions of themselves, striving hard towards every aspiration they've had in life. Accomplishing goals can only be done once somebody discovers their true potential to flourish. To me, this means never bringing up the past, which I can't change, and living in the moment so I can take every new day as a gift. For a plant to flourish, it requires water, nutrients, and sunlight. These three words are like accepting, achieving, and amazing. Here at Addams, we focus strongly on these three words. Without these three criteria, it'd be impossible to reach your accomplishments. Making sure that you have a balance of these three words can really help reduce your stress and help you discover who you truly are. It might not all be as picture perfect as you'd hope, but that's what flourishing is all about. Plants can't stay healthy throughout all 4 seasons. Neither can we. Nobody flourishes until they find their true passions and goals in life. Let's continue to flourish as we move on to high school.
In a few short months, we'll be going into high school. I hope that you remember the experiences you've had at Addams and take them with you. Take all the sports you've done, all the clubs, all the successes and failures, and all the lessons you've learned, including the 3A's, to figure out what will be right for you in the future. Not only do I want you to take those experiences, I want you to use them and mold them into the version of yourself which you most want to see. While all of us will experience setbacks, feel as if we are at our worst, and feel as if we failed, there is always a light at the end of the road. I would like to close by thanking Mr. Musselman, Mr. Leong, and staff of Jane Addams Junior High for the exceptional work they have done in and out of the classroom. Congratulations, class of 2025.